back to the whole podcast, Casey. I'm your host, Kirby Huff. Today we have Sarah Carlson and Celeste Davis with us. They are the whole person employees, and I will let them introduce themselves and what they do here. Sarah, you want to go first?
Sure. Yes, my name is Sarah. I'm an independent living specialist and work in the youth and adult support specialist department.
Okay, and Celeste, thank you.
And like she said, my name is Celeste Davis, and my new position that I just started doing is our peer mentor in our youth and adult services department.
Wonderful. What got you guys interested in these departments and what you're doing?
You go first, Sarah.
Okay. Well, I went to school for sociology, and when I got out, my first job was working at a group home. And then just have continued working with people with disabilities for over 22 years now in different facets, employment, housing, things like that. So I'm really enjoying now working with students with disabilities in their high school and teaching them classes. It's just another challenge that I find really satisfying to be a part of.
Wonderful. Wow. So, I mean, you got some great experience. You're probably a professional at this by now, right?
Yeah, I bet.
And Celeste, what about you? What got you interested?
So I actually just graduated from college a year and a half ago with a degree in psychology, and this was my first official job interview. And I don't know what it was about the interview or meeting with my supervisor, but she just had a lot of confidence in me, and she really thought that this would be a good fit. So I
That's
listened to her,
awesome.
and that's why I've been here for a year and a half now. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
That's great to have such a great support system. Makes it a lot easier for sure. So during the support groups meeting with your folks, what about that makes you feel confident and that they are accepting to your advice um, regarding their disability or anything that they're going through in their lives?
Oh, sure. Well, I facilitate the brain injury peer support group, and I've done that for quite a few years on and off. I think because I have a history doing it, we have a lot of the same people that have been um, were there when I had started the program. I think just being empathetic, respectful, always being available if they ever need extra support, just tell them, give me a call. But I think a huge part is just always being there for them. We
Sure.
only meet once a month, but we have it once a month. We do our best not to cancel. So I think just always being reliable is a
Sure.
huge thing.
Absolutely. So have you had a lot of them call you outside of working hours or outside of your meeting times?
Oh, sure. Yeah, just during my office hours, if they need resources, maybe assistance with mental health, we can kind of refer them to some good people that we've been working with. Um, yeah, I mean, that they place a lot of trust in me to find someone or a good resource for them to
Sure.
kind of continue doing well.
Okay. Les, what about you?
I think it goes back to just being consistent is always so important, especially whenever because I get to work with kids and the younger side of things. And I think it's just awesome to be able to have them come consistently every month and be able to see that how they're kind of excited to learn about things that might not be super exciting, I guess, on the regular basis, but they get
Right.
to come here and we hang out and just talk about things that are beneficial to their future.
Right. I
Mhm.
feel like you guys are always making things fun too with some type of activity to kind of get them more involved and
Mhm.
interested in your topics.
Yes.
What's the best what do you guys think is the best way to promote your support groups and events?
I would just say I think a big one is word of mouth and engaging with people in person because as much as you email or you text somebody or you call them, just being able to look at them in the eyes and explain, hey, this is why you should come to this group or this is why this peer support group could be beneficial for you. I'll be there, I think is always a big one. It's like saying, I go to these, or I teach these
Right.
and I think it would be really awesome to have you there. So I would say just having that almost personal conversation.
Sure. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yep.
Would you agree or have
Oh,
anything?
yeah. Yeah, exactly
Mhm.
what Celeste said is perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are consumers allowed or able to go to multiple support groups if needed?
Oh, definitely. Yes, we encourage it.
Yeah.
I have, a few people in the brain injury, group that also go to Getting Social, and then that's a group that, anyone with any sort of disability is invited to. Um, maybe they attend the mental health group as well. All the assistance that they need and that we can provide for them, we encourage them to use
Sure.
everything that we have available.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's one of, like, the coolest things about the whole person's peer groups and different types of activities is that there's not, like, a cap and you're not having to go out and pay for these things. So it is
Right.
open to so many different people that want to be a part of it or want to, just almost be around people who are experiencing the same types of difficulties or whatever going on in their lives.
Okay. That makes sense. So I know you mentioned, Sarah, that your support group occurs once a month.
Yes.
Is that how they all occur? Is it monthly?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay. I know we have our getting socials that are monthly as well.
Mhm.
So
And
great.
then, real quick is that mental health is, twice a month.
Oh, yeah. So that's the only group that meets more than once a month is mental health
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
support, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Great. So what do you say to consumers that are hesitant to join a support group?
Oh, I'll say this is, something that I just had. I think it can be scary to go into a big group of people that
Sure.
you don't know. I mean, that's scary in any situation.
Right.
But my biggest thing that I just tell them is just come once. Like, just
Just
try
try
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not gonna ever hurt to come once and be uncomfortable for 1 hour out of your day. So
Right.
just giving it a shot. Or trying it over Zoom because we have that option for a lot
Yeah, I
of
was gonna
them.
ask that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So they have the option of coming in person or Zoom.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely. I always try to promote the, solidarity too that they may find in a peer support group, knowing that they're not alone. And then just, reaching out to them and telling them about, having such a welcoming environment. And of course, just try it once and see how you feel afterwards.
Right.
And we'll go from there.
And after that, do you feel they come back most of the time? After they come once?
Think it really just depends on the person because
Sure.
some people just aren't a big fan of group activities, and that's totally fine. But
Right.
especially like I've seen recently with our life skills class with our youth, they have been coming pretty regularly. So that's awesome to have like a good, solid, consistent group and then
Yeah.
being able to invite other people to it so that it's like, hey, this is a really awesome group, and I can tell you that you'll probably have a good time and what to expect.
Right. Okay. Awesome, ladies. Well, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back with Sarah and Celeste.
Life can present challenges, but the whole person believes in turning challenges into triumphs. Our staff is trained to provide compassionate, personalized care that enhances the lives of our consumers, enabling them to live independently and with dignity. The whole person believes in the power of human connection. Our staff extends their reach into vibrant communities, fostering connections and creating moments of joy for every consumer we serve. Whether that's through peer support groups, adaptive sports, employment services, or non-emergency medical transportation, our staff provides exceptional care and become trusted companions and confidants. Your donation will help us continue to expand our programs and services to help people with disabilities remain independent and living in their home. Consider giving a gift today. Thank you.
All right. Welcome back. We are here with Sarah and Celeste, continuing our interviews here. So, what's the biggest difference that you notice in consumers after consistently attending peer support groups?
I'll let you take this one,
Okay.
Sarah.
I think kind of the number one is them being comfortable with people, kind of letting down their guards, kind of seeing what they have in common with other members, um, and like I said earlier, just the solidarity. Every brain injury
Sure.
is different. How they occurred is different, but a lot of them, the basis is that they do have a brain injury.
Right.
And so just going off of that, I think people feel more comfortable being able to express themselves, tell other people the issues that they have, and just kind of get into it, um, because everyone is empathetic to their story. And I think that's so important. And then, they just get comfortable. They want to continue with it. And we love when that happens.
Absolutely. Is there any like changes that you would like to see in the support groups?
I think I mean, it's always would be nice to see more people be able to get involved,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
I think sometime oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say when I ran the blind low vision, we just had a really hard time getting people to come to them,
Mhm.
and I feel like it's the same way. If you come once, and meet some people and have good conversations, then they're more likely to come back. But it's just hard to get folks to come.
Yeah, and I think a big thing is, like, transportation is always
Oh, for
an
sure.
issue with those types of things,
Right.
but, yeah,
Right.
so I would say just getting more people involved and, like, also just being able to get the word out more,
Right.
just so more people can know, so
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Do you guys ever have like guest speakers come and talk in your groups?
yeah, actually, we're supposed to have, like there's always, an educational aspect of each group, so a lot of the times, especially for our Missouri Getting Social, Miss Ruthie will have our like, somebody from the outside talk about whether it's, like, nutrition or money management or emergency preparedness, so, yes, we do often have a lot of guest speakers.
Okay.
Yep.
What about a dream guest speaker? Do you have one of those?
I think for our group, really anyone that um, kind of is familiar with brain injuries, have maybe have had a brain injury, um, or they have resources that they can share with the group. Maybe if so that could include like adaptive sports. That could include maybe signing up for benefits. Anything like that. Anything that kind of betters lives and promotes independence. I think that makes a great speaker.
Awesome. Okay. Is there ever a point where you think that your consumers maybe don't need to attend the support groups, or do you feel like that's something they should stick with?
I don't think it's really ever I guess, a need or a have to, I think it's just good to be there, and again, it's always nice to have your support group, and I don't think you ever get to a point in your life where you don't need
Right.
that
I could agree with
support or
that.
your support system, I guess, in a sense, so
Yep. Yep. I think it's ever evolving too,
mhm,
and I like that about uh, support groups. You're always learning something new. There are always new members coming in.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is always interesting.
Do your guys' relationships ever become more personable with any consumers?
I think you get, like, a pretty big soft spot for some people, especially ones that come, very consistently, and you just get to know a little bit about them, especially I know with me, I drive, like, the same people home sometimes from our Getting Social group or transport them back,
Oh, right.
and so it's just getting to, like, catch up with them and be like, "Hey, how's your day been?" Or, like, "What you
Right.
been up to lately?" So, yeah, just the ones that you really again, the consistency is a big part.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
What I know you guys do some games and activities during your support groups. What are some examples of things that really stuck out as, a successful activity or game?
We recently got to use, a kit in our DIY life skills class, and it was called the Color Coded Chef. We actually had Destiny, another coworker, come and present it to the kids and everything, and so that was a good thing on nutrition and, like, making simple snacks because it kind of broke down how to prepare these snacks in maybe ways that were more easily understandable than just, like, a recipe you find online, so
Right.
that was
Right.
really
I feel
neat.
like nutrition is kind of a tricky one.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then, just learning it and making it fun and easy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do a lot of art projects. We'll do planting, play a lot of card games. Bingo's a big one.
Yes, I know bingo is always very
Yes.
popular. I remember at the Christmas
People love
party.
bingo.
Yes.
Yeah. They didn't
But
want to stop playing.
no,
Passionate.
oh no. So yeah, we especially in the brain injury group, music and art I think are huge. And so we place a lot of emphasis on those two.
Yeah. Is there a certain activity or game that you feel makes the consumers feel more comfortable at these support groups?
Bingo. Yeah, I know that's but that's universal, honestly. It doesn't matter your age, your
Right, everyone
disability.
loves playing.
Everybody loves bingo. And yeah.
Yeah, we have a card game where it just asks really basic questions about people. So, if you could travel anywhere, would you want to be in the mountains or the beach? Just answering questions like that really kind of breaks the ice.
Sure.
Um, because people love talking about themselves and they know themselves the best. And so that's how you really get to know someone and just kind of start a conversation if you're not feeling comfortable. So that's been always really successful with us.
Okay, great. Okay, so could you give us a little bit more information about each support group and like how often they occur?
Sure. Well, we have Getting Social. That's usually the first Friday of the month from 1 to 3 p.m. here at the Whole Person in the community room. The Brain Injury Peer Support Group is the second Thursday of the month from 1 to 2 p.m. at the Whole Person.
And then you can also join via Zoom, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
just if you're interested, just email or give me a call and I can
Send
get
that.
you all set up.
Okay,
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah,
What
and then
about
our
yours?
young adult life skills is on the third Wednesday of every month, typically
Okay,
from 2 to 3.
nice. All right. Well, thanks so much, ladies,
Mhm.
for being here with us today. I really appreciate your time, and I'm sure the listeners do as well. So we'll maybe see you again on here another time.
Thank you very
Good.
much.
Thanks,
All right.
Kirby.
Yeah, of course. Thanks. All right. So as far as our events are going, we do, of course, still have bowling the third Wednesday of every month in KCK. We have a few other events coming up. One of them is the Day at the Lake, and that is on Friday, July 12th. This would be for our spinal cord injury consumers. You can go online and get more information about that because you do have to register for that one. We are also having an ADA celebration here at the Whole Person, and that's on Friday, July 26th. So if you're interested in that, there's more information on our website. Also, you can let your case manager know if you are interested in joining, and they can give you more information as well. And then we have the Midwest Ability Summit coming up, and that is on Saturday, August 10th. Again, if you want more information for these, you can look at our website at thewholeperson.org. And then, of course, lastly, we do have our pickleball and cornhole tournament coming up at Chicken and Pickle in Overland Park. And that's on Sunday, August 18th from 5 to 8. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.